Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old pal Van Dweller back with more classic Tetris Monthly Masters event for January 2026. And yeah, we got a bunch of stuff for you today. 6 total matches. Matches taking hours. We got 6 hours of Tetris for you today. Not to mention what we've got overnight. So yeah, I guess you can't say not to mention because you're mentioning it, right? What does it mean? Not to mention the thing that I'm about to mention. That doesn't make sense. What is the deal with that? Huh? What? If you're not going to mention it, why did you just mention it? Anyway, all right. Anyway, what we've got for you right now is the red bracket. It's gonna be Hepta versus Doodle. The winner will take on Winter. And just to give you a sense of what we've got coming up, we do have some Das Masters brackets for you today. Also, look at, I'm going to switch to Das Masters, and if you blink, you'll miss it. Ready? Whoa, holy moly. Yeah, and then later, it's going to be, what is the deal with these Vits? Gold versus Damon, winner versus Hana. So that's a thing that we're going to do. And we're also going to do Salted Sofa versus Storm, and winner versus Cobra in the orange bracket. And yeah, that's what we have. That's what we have coming up right now. By the way, overnight, I'm not going to show you the bracket because I can't take it anymore. But we are going to do Stupid Tetris Monthly. This is going to be Esther versus Zack Attack. That's at 3 a.m. Texas time. And then we've got a match that's at 4 a.m. Texas time. Heps versus Poopy Old Hag in Das Masters. And then a match that's at 5 a.m. Texas time. Rorschach versus JDH. So a little overnight Tetris, Stupid Tetris Monthly, Das Masters as well. 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and 5 a.m. Your old boy Vandy is here to do Tetris for you, okay? Do you understand what an amazing person I am? Staying up late, destroying my sleep schedule for your enjoyment and entertainment, right? Literally destroying my health for your entertainment. My goodness gracious. What a wonderful person I am. Aren't I? Anyway, all right, let's get on with it. Quick look at the scores just so you can see who's in. Cobra was the #1 seed this month. That is amazing. Yeah, and 2 1.8s, and Alex T with nearly a 1.8. So super high qualifying scores for January. Okay, let's take a look at our rules. Where are the rules? There are the rules. The rules say that this is a 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play an emulator or console so long as the game mechanics experience and statistics are unmodified. They could use any controller so long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronic or mechanical. Biological turbo only. The matches are best of 5, so the first player to 3 wins is the winner of the match. Level 18 starts all the way through level 39. Super kill screen will be implemented. Uncap the score. No max outs in this one. Same piece sets re-rolled. That will be a thing. Players should not receive any in-game advice, so nobody telling you how to play while you are playing or about your opponent's board state or anything like that. And do not pause unless the commentator tells you. If you do experience tech issues like with OBS or internet or computer or camera or capture or anything like that, just keep playing. Sometimes it works itself out and then we don't have to worry about it, but just keep playing. I will make a judgment. I will make a ruling. Your game might count. Your game might not count. There's a lot of situations and circumstances and things to judge, and I will judge them. You don't have to do that. Your job is to play Tetris. My game is to judge you playing Tetris. Anyway, the winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool, which stands right now at $139.61. So if you want to contribute to that prize pool and make that prize pool even bigger, we've got a $2,000 monthly top 8 incentive. If we get to 2,000 in the prize pool, we will pay the top 8 instead of just this top 4. It's fine. Pay the top 4. Do it. It's good. But if we get to 2,000, paying twice as many people, it's good. It's motivating. People come in and they go, oh, yes, I could win a couple matches and win a prize. Okay, I'll play this month. I mean, that's good to bring them back because we like to see them play. And the prize pool is something that lures them back. So if you do want to contribute to this prize pool, use the Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. That'll bring up some links the one that says CTM Jan or CTM or whatever, that is the one for this tournament. Click on that. It'll take you to the landing page for the tournament. And if you look in the top right-hand corner, you'll see a button. It says log in. Guess what? You click it to log in, and you can log in with your existing Twitch or YouTube or Discord account. Once you're in, look on the right side of the screen. It's going to say contribute, the mustard color button. Click it, and from there you can choose an amount and a payment method. And it's easy and fun. And yeah, you definitely want to contribute to the prize pool. I mean, you do, right? So just do it. Remember, our prize pools are funded 100% by you, the fans and viewers, not by, not by sponsors and not by any authoritarian regimes that want to make themselves look good. Okay, so let us go ahead and look at how you can support the channel. So if you do want to support the channel, you can go to patreon.com/monthly Tetris, make an ongoing pledge of support to keep this channel going, just like the people on this slide have done. Scott Gray, Jane the Window, Canine Attacking, Matesburger, Corporal Shelby, Junior, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat Chavanti, Jason, Sunny. If they're not watching live, look in the description of the VOD over on YouTube, and the links will all be there. But Patreon is there if you do want to support us. It's a great way to do it. It allows us to have regular, recurring, predictable income that lets us look ahead and say, yes, we can keep doing this, or no, we need to go and look for a greeter job at Walmart, which, I don't want to do. I'd rather bring you guys Tetris than do a greeter job at Walmart. There would be some benefits to getting the greeter job, but I'd rather spend my time doing this for you. If you don't like Patreon, you can find other ways to support us. Use the support command, and that'll bring up some links. If you want to make a recurring pledge without without Patreon, you can use PayPal or Streamlabs links. And then there's some one-time ways to contribute as well. If you're watching on YouTube, you can super chat. That'll display your message in a big bright box. Calls that chat to my attention, makes sure I read it, and I'll probably read it out loud on stream if you super chat, assuming it's appropriate. You've also got stickers. You can become a channel member by clicking the join button just below the video player. You can gift a channel membership. You can gift multiple channel memberships if you want to be a big baller. Over on Twitch, you've got bits, and if you want to put a message with your bits, I'll treat it like a super chat. You've got subscriptions. You can gift a subscription. You can gift multiple subscriptions if you want to be a big baller. And if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you get an Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime gaming subscription that you can grant to the streamer of your choice on a monthly basis. But it is use it or lose it. You can't save or stack them, so don't use it. Don't lose it. Use it on us, okay? That's enough. Let's go ahead and bring over our game scene. If I went through this whole rigmarole just for these players not to show up, I'm gonna jump out the window. Let's see. We got seed number 19. That's Masters 19, right? We're refreshing that, and Masters 30. And I'm sure they're just going to both be there, and they're going to be playing. And what did I get wrong? Hepta versus Doodle, winter versus winter, right? They're here. They're not here. What? Hello? Is this thing on? Hello? Hello? If they're not here, you're here? All right, winter's here. You automatically win. It's gonna... Okay, I'm sure they're here. They're just practicing. I'm sure they're just warming up. Mr. Brain is here. What's up? Mr. Brain. You went live on the wrong thing. All right, looks like everybody's here. Lori is here. Welcome, Lori. You should be live now. All right, we're going to refresh all the people. We're refreshing all the people. Queese with the Prime sub. Thank you, Queese. Says, hey, Vandy. Hey, Queese. Trebus says 1 year already with that Prime sub. Thank you, Trebus. Stanislaw Prime sub as well, 17 minutes ago. 51 months. My goodness gracious. All right. I'm sure Doodle is in chat. I know you're there. I know you're there. It's like when you knock on someone's door and you know that they're there, but they're ignoring you. That's Doodle right now. You watched the no rotation on VOD. C2 Seed 15. It was a great match indeed. It really was. Good time. All right. Hepta is here. Now I'm going to refresh Doodle a couple more times and then lament and grouse and complain. Doodle. Unless Doodle's on some other alt or something. Doodle's in the chat. You can take his spot, no big deal. All right, jump in, Somalian. We should do classic Tetris Somalian, and it's just Somalian versus Somalian every match. Doodle said he might be late. His bus is delayed. He did? He mentioned it already? Oh, I didn't see that. Where did he mention that? I'll be ready in 10 minutes because my bus home was late. Oh, I see. I didn't see that. Yeah, I will be ready in like 10 minutes. He also said in scheduling. All right, got it. These buses. I see it now. I see it now. All right. I guess it's time for me to do PB attempts, I guess. What can we do? We gotta wait for Doodle. I'm gonna play for Doodle. So when it said 10 minutes, does that mean when was that sent? You know? All right, I'm playing. Oh my God, I don't have my makeup on. Hi. Oh, thank God, Doodle is here to save us. Do you need a minute to warm up? If you need a minute to warm up, that's fine. You're really not that late. 2 minutes. You ran home. You got, wow. That's dedication. All right, well, I guess I'm going to throw you guys the seed then. You don't seem to be all that hurriedly practicing all that urgently, so I'm going to assume that means you're ready. 0473 Ina. I know, I said warm up if you want to. Maybe he didn't listen. I wouldn't blame if he didn't listen, but all right, now I've given this seed, so now they're going to warm up. That is, don't warm up until I give you the seed, right? Wait for me to give the seed, and then warm up. Mr. Brain says, if a CTWC champion gives me their trophy, does that make me a Tetris champion? Yes, it does. Yeah, that's it. You don't know how that works, Mr. Brain? I mean, don't even get me started, Mr. Brain. Don't even get me started. This is like, oh. Don't get me started. You've gotten me started and I'm trying to stop it. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to clear. I usually use the cough button to clear my throat. My apologies. I thought I hit it. All right, final warm-ups here. All right, looks like both players are ready. Let's make sure them seeds are good. 0473E9, yes. All right, game one of this round one match between Hepta and Doodle. Let us get going. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right, second piece. They're diverging already. On the left side, Hepta, seed number 19, Finland, with a PB, according to my research, which, listen, may be flawed, but a PB of 1.44 million was the average of their best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. Whoops. Oh, goodness. Man, why is my computer so annoying? 91,000 here, Hepta, 91,000 Doodle as we get underway. Hepta does not have a lot of matches in the database, but really seems to have, like, so 2025 is my year. Before 2025, Hepta had 7 matches in the database. It was like Elo Clash, Tetris Friendlies, random community tournament, so forth. But now it's played in, community, futures, mega masters. Hepta made their masters debut in, let's see, where was it? Masters debut was December. So this is Hepta's second Masters. Now, of course, they were in Mega Masters, so if you want to call that a Masters debut, you can. But I think of the monthly Masters because it's, 32 players as opposed to twice that. Hepta also played in Pumpy's 12-day tournament as well. Party down the middle for Hepta 195. But anyway, a bunch of matches in 2025, and now here we are, January. Playing again. On the right side, it is Doodle, seed number 30. From the USA, got a PB of 1.64 million. Hepta's got matches going all the way back to January of 2022. So really, 22, 23, 24, 25. So this is, 4 years of classic Tetris. Insane. I mean, who was I? I was like a totally different person 4 years ago. 324 for Doodle. 289 for Hepta. Hepta has played in Mega Masters a couple of years, 23, 24. Made his debut in the Masters event in February of 2025. And also started playing in DAS Masters. Playing in Mega Masters again this year. We've also seen Doodle at various CTWC regionals, including Columbus and Philadelphia. And I think is a 3-time, let's see, round 0, 2023, 2025. Oh, 2-time, maybe a 2-time gold bracket player. Pretty good. But a ton of matches, TMP, Classic Tetris League, community tournaments, all that. 531 Doodle, 454 for Hepta. Hepta is a former Hopefuls winner, won it in March of 2023. And has been in the finals of a bunch of those lower tier tournaments as well, a bunch of times. 563 Doodle, 524 Hepta, same line count, so about a 40,000 point difference. $608 for Doodle, $550 for Hepta. Oh, Hepta not able to get that S spin into that S hole. And that is going to be a top out right at the top of the board for Hepta. And Doodle is good in game number 1. All right, we're going to run an ad after game 2 players, just fair warning. So if you do need to take a moment, you can take it then. Listen, Mr. Brain. Listen, you. Mr. Brain, you remember do you know about that story when Putin was meeting with Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, and he's like, "Oh, can I see your Super Bowl ring?" And Robert Kraft's, "Yeah, sure, take a look." And Putin never gave it back. So Putin won a Super Bowl. They wouldn't give a Super Bowl ring to somebody who didn't win the Super Bowl, right? Like, and they wouldn't give a Nobel Prize to somebody who didn't win the Nobel Prize, right? The prize the prize is the medal. It's not, and it's the, you know, it's not the actually having done anything. It's the actual physical medal. All right. Well, Hepta, I should have run the ad. I should have run the ad now. All right. All right. Looks like both players are ready. Let's go. Game number 2. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. What is, you Discordians there, what is the point of streamer mode in Discord? So, like, you have the Discord application open, and then you open OBS and start streaming, and then Discord recognizes that and says, oh, no, we can't show the screen names of people in Discord when OBS is open. Sensitive info is someone's username in Discord, which like anybody can find. I don't get it. Like, you just go to the Discord server and you can see who, like, I don't get it. 79,000 Hepta, 60,000 for plus you can just turn it off. You can just, like, it's not forced on you. You can just go disable and then you can show it. It's not like, I guess it's like accidentally. Imagine if you were a big streamer like Ninja and you show your Discord, and then what? And then then the millions of people in this Ninja Discord will know who's in the, like, I don't know. That doesn't seem, I don't get it. I'm sure there's a reason. I'm sure my brain is just too small to understand it, but 109 for Doodle. And yeah, I kind of messed up over on that right side. So we've got some down stacking to do. There's a nice triple. And let's see how Doodle's going to try to avoid staying in this in perpetuity. There we go. Setting up dirty. You could harass or spam known usernames. Yeah, but like you just become a member of that Discord. And you can see who it is. Like, it's not. I don't know, man. I'm sure there's a reason. I'm sure it evolved for some reason. But it doesn't make sense to me. Nice little adjust there for Hepta. Get a couple Tetris here. 287, 180 for Doodle. People have private Discords. Yeah, I mean, then don't show them, I guess. Like, my email doesn't hide info when OBS is open. $313 for Hepta, $226 for Doodle. But then I can just turn it off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you think it's like a get off my lawn moment? If I can just turn off streamer mode, what's the point of it? $272 for Doodle, $359 for Hepta. And I can also use it in a browser. But the browser doesn't. Does the browser recognize streamer mode? I don't know. $320 Doodle, $428 Hepta. These players have played against each other exactly one time, according to the match database anyway. And that was in Pumpy's 12-day tournament, and that was back in December 13th. Hepta took that one 2-0. $398 Doodle, for $524 Hepta. And I have to kind of having to get a long bar over there into column 1 to fix a hang there, but there's going to be a lot of long bars coming. Is it just me, or is that a lot of long bars? All right, 60 long bars right now on Hepta's side, 39 L's. There's also 62 J's, and everything else is in the 40s or 50s. So a lot of long bars so far. Remember this seed. At least good bars through level 19. 669 for Hepta. 500,000 for Doodle. Tetris Doodle 581, 725 Hepta. There's a dirty from Doodle, 612. The old dirty Doodle. Oh no. Doodle is gonna top out at 614, and Hepta is good in game number 2. And yeah, both of them are topping out. That's right. Hepta's like, oh no, but you already won. So wait till they find out. All right. We're gonna run an ad real quick. We watch the agony of defeat, but actual victory. And then, there you go. 1 minute. You found out, but this should not happen. Oh, Doodle's watching an ad right now. Oh no, Doodle. Oh wow, there's 67 viewers, guys. What does that make you think of? Does that make you think of anything? The number of viewers we have? Oh, now there's 73. Oh, rip. Tetris says that reminds him that 67 people could be contributing to the Matcherino. Oh yeah, speaking of the Matcherino, I think I forgot this one. Lori had a $25 contribution to that matcherino. Lori, thank you so much. Very generous. It gets us up to 164.61. So thank you so much, Lori. Really appreciate that. And C check D63. Good. Let's go. Game number 3. Why would I give money to Dog and Blue Scooty when I could give it to the impoverished restreamer Van Dweller? I mean, that's your opinion, Evesy. I mean, it is probably true, but that's for you to say. That's up to each individual to decide for themselves. But I like where your head is. Why choose when you can do both? Well, I like that too. Well, it's game number 3, so what was once a best of 5 is now a virtual best of 3. Level 18. Is where we begin. Prediction says Mr. Brain Scooty will earn $3.82 million from playing Tetris in his lifetime. I hope so. I mean, he's not going to get it from me, but I hope that's true. $116 Hepta. A little split triple there for Doodle. He's going to work one row up. Yes, setting up for the Tetris and getting the Tetris. You hope Scooty gets it from you. Well, yeah, now that you've said that, that makes a lot of sense. So yeah, I do hope he gets it from me. That's you know. Evesy, you don't know how true, you don't know the extent of the truth that you're stating right now. Tetris for Doodle, 180. 210 for Hepta. That's all right. 2026 will be a great final year for Classic Tetris Monthly. Go out with a bang. 280 for Hepta, 204 for Doodle. The final year until 20. Yeah, it's been the final year since 2021. Who will be my successor? I mean, whoever can pony up. You know? 298 for Doodle. 294 for Hepta. Invictus Rage with the sub on Twitch. Thank you so much, Invictus. Invictus says no ads for me. Yeah, true. You did it. 344 for Doodle. 363 Hepta. Doodle also gets a Tetris. So, you know, players' scores in the same ballpark. If you ruled CTM, you would have Tetris on as a pundit for post-match analysis. Sounds good in theory. But only in theory. That's right. In actual practice, would be a total disaster. right, 442 here for Doodle, 460 Hepta. I mean, it would be a beautiful disaster, right? Like a good disaster. Tetris Hepta 508. Doodle is trying to keep that long bar well open, but ended up just having to cover it just for safety. And now, okay, it's going to open it back up. Could really use 2 quick long bars, but there, only one is going to show. He gets a Tetris down the right side, so that's going to bring that stack down. When CTM dies, can its successor not begin with CT? This is my own request. You know, when CTM happened, there were only 2 things. There was CTWC and CTM, okay? That was it. There were only 2 things. We're into level 19, 559 for Hepta. Oh no, Hepta is going to top out at 559. So it's a chase down for Doodle. The target is 560. 560. There is one Tetris. Now we are less than a Tetris away. And there's a Tetris for Doodle. Doodle going to take game at number 3, go up 2 games to 1. Hepta is just setting up the decider. Don't worry, says Nelstress. Oh, could be. Is there a match right after this one, or are they spread out today? Well, the winner of this match goes into an immediate match against Winter. And it's 11:43, so that match will probably start around, noonish or something. That'll take us to about 1 o'clock, and then there's another Das Masters scheduled at 2. So there probably will be a little bit of a break. And I'm going to take that break because if I have to be up at 3 a.m. until 6 a.m. to do Tetris, I'm taking all the breaks I can today. That I can assure you. Okay, looks like both players are ready. Game number 4. Match point for Doodle. Hepta's got to win to force a game 5. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Wait, are you doing the 3 a.m. streams? Yes, Tetris, I am. I am doing the 3 a.m. streams. I do all the streams. There's just, we have this one exigency, which means I can't do the ones that you and Chiller are taking. But otherwise, I do all the streams. No. Chiller is not doing that. Chiller is doing the one right before yours. Yeah, did you know? Oh, did you know this? So Saturday. Saturday is a very special day. So tomorrow is Saturday. So I have a 3 a.m., a 4 a.m., a 5 a.m. solo matches. And then there are matches later that day. There's going to be a 4 p.m. Masters Blue, but that is going to be streamed by Chiller, actually. So you get to enjoy the vocal stylings of Chiller streaming your favorite Tetris players. That's going to be Curie, Dan V, and Silly Shark, aka Fortisim. And then after that, there's going to be 2 solo matches streamed by your old pal, Tyler Tetris. And those will be Jati versus Crab Rangoon, and then Somalian versus Allenbot. So those, yeah, it's like 2023 all over again. Like we have super streamers. I know, I killed the super streamers. I couldn't support it. Couldn't keep doing it. These folks are too expensive, you know. Their contract demands were they're bleeding us dry. These super streamers. I mean, not really, but I mean, we, you know. Sweatshop. Oh my god. We're running a Tetris sweatshop. Tell you who's running a sweatshop is at Zoltan, the no-row sweatshop they've got going over there in Hungary. I mean, 3 of the best no-row players in the world, Hungarians. Yes, Tetris and Chiller survived the layoffs. 290 for Hepta, 286 for Doodle. He just trains up his IRL friends. It's really unfair. Yeah, I mean, true. I mean, but what a business plan, right? You just kind of train a bunch of people, get them into a room, playing no rotation Tetris, and then you enter all the high stakes, big dollar, no rotation Tetris tournaments and, you know, split their revenue. It's genius. 338 for Doodle, 342 for Hepta. Ryan says, Ryan Hamburger says, I'm America's only hope. Hello, Ryan Hamburger. You know what happens? You know what's? I was talking actually about this very issue yesterday with Sue. So there's, you know, Ryan Hamburgy, and then, you know, people say Ryan Hamburger, but then that reminds me of Neil Hamburger, who made, you know, one of the best meme websites of all time, which was realultimatepower.net, right? The official Ninja homepage. And when you would go to that webpage back in, you know, the early 2000s or whatever it was, it would play like, you know, this MIDI loop of like Big Pimpin'. So basically whenever I see Ryan Ambergy in the chat, then that Big Pimpin' MIDI song is in my head, and then it doesn't leave my head all day. Like, that's how I go, like 14 steps removed. That's what happens. It's a curse to have my brain. 549 for Hepta, 504 for Doodle. I was literally talking about this with Sue yesterday. Last night. The curse of Ryan Hamburger. $574 for Doodle, $596 for Hepta. Hepta with a 620 into. And for Doodle, this wouldn't quite be a 600, but it'd be really darn close. Tetris for Doodle, $598. Arctic, you know what I'm talking about? You do? Like, you literally do? I love that website. You can only it's a dead website now. You can only find it on archive.org. Vandy, have you ever thought about saving CTM via charging entry fees? No. I mean, the only time I consider it is when somebody asks me if I've ever considered it. No, not at all. Tetris Doodle 704, 801 for Hepta. Did the Pumpy 12-day tournament charge $12? I'm trying to remember if, or did I just make that up in my head? $8.44 for Hepta, $7.43 for Doodle. It didn't? Okay. Why did I think that it did? Oh, CT12 2024 did. I mean, I'm not against it. Like, it's immoral. I just choose not to do it. I think it's totally valid to charge an entry fee, but I just choose not to. $9.82 for Hepta, $8.23 for Doodle. You know, your old pal Vandy would never charge you an entry fee, right? $8.47 for Hepta, $8.60 for Doodle. What, like 190,000 point lead at times. Now, of course, Doodle back by a few lines here. Lines are, well, we're tied very temporarily. And it was about 140,000 point lead when the lines are tied. Yeah, Doodle is up 2-1. Hepta does need to take this one, and they're doing what they got to do. Tetris for Hepta, B97 into 29. A32, Doodle has got the max. Doodle bringing this down. Oh no, that left side is going to be a problem. And it remains a problem. And that is a top out for Doodle. So Hepta is good and is going to force a deciding game number 5. Ryan Hamburger says, Doodle, for once in your life, can you not GG early? Yeah, that's true. Doodle loves to chat spoil the top out. It's fine. It doesn't matter. I'm sure the thing he's thinking about least is whether Ryan Hamburger will be spoiled. All right, Hepta with that 1.2. Now, I'm showing Hepta's PB as 1.44 million, so PB definitely in sight. Not going to happen now, but GG's. Very good. Oh yeah, I'm really surprised that Hepta does not have the rollover. All right, looks like both players are ready. 8695 BC. This is it. Decider time. Let's get them started. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Boom, boom. Yeah, do not type GG at 100 lines. Be wrong. Well, this is it. The winner moves to round 2. Where now everybody in chat is typing GGs. You guys are so bad. You know how distracting that can be? You're playing, you're looking at chat, everyone types GGs and they think the opponent topped out. You guys are horrible, awful, awful chatters. And your name's going in a list. 115 for Hepta, 114 for Doodle. Yeah, they're still playing, okay? Adam Irish XP with the raid party of 7. Yeah, Knight says, if that affects you, it's a skill issue. All right. We'll see what happens when next night match and everyone types GGs into the chat. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. $208 for Hepta, $206 for Doodle. It took you a while to track down. Queese found it. The Big Pimpin' MIDI. It's on YouTube as well. Somebody's got a 1-hour loop of it. And as I said, Sue and I were talking about it last night, and I brought it up because she wasn't familiar with it, because she didn't waste her life on the internet in the early 2000s like I did. And I left it on for a while. 1 hour, it's all right by me. Tetris for Doodle, 305. Now 327, 332, Hepta. So yeah, we're halfway basically to the 19 transition players trending toward a 600K transition if they can keep this pace up. Well, I'm going to save that Queese because I'm going to convert it to MP3 and put it on my iPod 5, whatever. Oh, don't start playing. All right, it's downloading. Good. Tetris Doodle 419, 383 Hepta. Hepta up near the top of the board. You opened a MIDI file with Spotify and it worked? What? Wait, Spotify can play a MIDI file? Yeah, I was wondering. I was going to say, well, could VLC play a MIDI file? And you're saying it cannot. There's got to be a plugin or something. 489 now. 512 for Doodle. 484 Hepta. So Hepta into 19 at about 580. Doodle with a 650. And one more Tetris available. That would be a 674. Yeah, he's going to get it. 674 entry into 19 for Doodle. So huge, 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 huge transition for Doodle. Tetris goes down. Doodle 701. 643. Hepta. And Tetris Hepta 752. Tetris Doodle 787. Now Doodle back by 10 lines. So if those lines were achieved, it would be a bigger lead. Tetris Doodle 842. 809 Hepta. Doodle now into 23. And Doodle's going to uncover. And this is really close. I mean, they are basically the same score. And so, clutch survival here for Doodle. Now, there is a separation in terms of their lines, but, you know, we're still on the same level, basically. So, you know, it's really just kind of whoever blinks first. Tetris for Doodle, they both got the max and more, and like they're just like 700,000 points apart, something like that. Hepta with the 1.1. There's another one, Hepta B68. Doodle's 13 lines back though. Tetris Doodle B07. It's a heck of a decider. All right, Hepta with that 1.2 essentially into 29. Oh, no, that left side. That is going to be a top out for Hepta at C15. The target is C16 for Doodle. He's got a burn here. His board is clean. Gets a Tetris B87. Now he needs to get to C15. And he's really all in on that bar. No, that is going to be a top out for Doodle at B87. And Hepta is going to survive. What a decider. Level 29 was really the killer here. Both players taking not so great boards or just kind of dying very quickly, getting into that 29. And wow, there it is. So Hepta, you will be moving on. GG's to you. My goodness. Wow. Holy moly. Dancing Longbar, thanks for the prime sub. So yeah, Hepta will be moving on. Let's go ahead and report that to our thing. To the government, to the Tetris world government. Where is that? Red bracket. 3-2 Hepta. My goodness gracious. Didn't know how that was going to go. But it went. Hold on. I could listen to this all day. Yeah, this is the new Flex Style album, guys. You don't like it? What's wrong with it? I like the little like record scratches in there. I think there was probably like a YTMND for this. For those of you in the know. Any knowers? Any YTMND knowers? You have to be old. I could listen to this all day. I'm gonna make you listen to it all day. Were you a something awful guy? I was more of a FARC guy. I would look at something awful once in a while, but I was more of a FARC guy. There's an hour of this. There's an hour. Oh, mashup. Here it is. Sounds great. Why is it an hour? Because they couldn't fit 10 hours. That's why. Because 10 hours, they couldn't fit it. FARC over dig over... Oh, wait. FARC... Are you saying FARC led to dig led to Reddit or greater than? But the original sample, like we were listening, I don't know why we were down this rabbit hole last night, but the original sample is like a banger. Like the actual original song that Jay-Z sampled. It's like this belly dancing song. It's really good. Like I was jamming out to that. All right, players, it's round 2. It's not a decider anymore. It's over. Decider, leave. Thank you. All right, I am going to put new pieces in the chat. Anyway, if you wanna listen to this on your own, I'm sure you'll be listening to it on your own. There it is. All right, here come the seeds. They're coming. Ready, seed. It's like, it's in my head all day. What if I made a barbershop arrangement of Big Pimpin'? Yeah, you might create a real viral sensation there. It's quite possible. You could go on take it to a postmodern jukebox. Maybe they'll do it. Oh wait, but they like to play instruments. All right, pieces are here. FD9046. FD9046. I mean, what a mashup. All right. Could I get it to sync up perfectly with... maybe I should do that. I could. Ultra fine speed control here on YouTube. Okie dokie artichoke. FD9046. You press start. Yeah, we're gonna have to increment then. Just increment. You're bad. You're bad. Go to your room. Yeah, so it's going to be 0E, I guess. What, 0E? Zero E9046. Just refresh these both these players. Make sure that they're synced up. 14-19. Alrighty, Root. It is time for game 2. That was an inadvertent rhyme. Maybe I'll have to do that. Inadvertent rhymes. Anyway, alrighty, Root. It's time for game 2. 0E9046. Let us get them underway. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Mari, the 36-month tier 1 sub, says happy anniversary. Mari, do you want my banner from 2024 as well? Doodle says, I'm a play along for consistency practice. You would love it? All right. Mari, do you want any TVs? I'm getting out of the live event business. I will happily commentate other people's live events, but I don't want to run them anymore. I'm not shipping. Someone has to. Is there a 2025 Gallery of Champions? There will be. There will be. But now people are fighting over my TVs. 120 for Winter, 140 for Hepta. Anyway, on the left side of your screen, seed number 14, USA. Winter with a PB of 2.13 million. That's a lot of million. And on the right side, Hepta, seed number 19 from Finland, PB of 1.44 million, defeated Doodle in round 1 to get here to round 2. Winter made her Masters debut in August of 2025. Has played a couple of times since. And Winter made it to the round of 16, her deepest run in the December iteration of this tournament. Also played in Mega Disasters, our DAS, lower tier DAS tournament. And also played in Mega Masters in 2025. Seen Winter also at the Kansas City Regional. Is that right? Were you at the Kansas City Regional? Wait, Winter, were you at Adam Irish Experience Live? Oh, I didn't really watch a lot of it. My goodness. Holy moly. Can't watch everything. 338 here for Winter. 30. No, you weren't? Why is this happening? Yeah, the match database shows that Winter was at Adam Irish Experience Live. So someone reported this wrong. Look at this. Your old pal Vandy saving Tetris again. But anyway, Winter has also played at CTWC. In 2025 was our gold bracket debut. We've also seen Winter at Stillwater, Oklahoma. 420 for Hepta, 417 for Winter. Wasn't there another event related to the actual AIE Live, like a fundraiser? I'm not sure. $488 Winter, $469 Hepta. What is a multi-system TV? I don't know what a multi-system TV is. No, I don't have any of that. I have super cheap, consumer TVs. They're TV DVD combos. They've got a built-in DVD player. 536 for Winter, 569 for Hepta. I mean, if I had that stuff, I wouldn't be giving them away to Mari. 588 for Winter, 570 for Hepta. I mean, no offense, Mari, but those are expensive. Very expensive. That's right. Hating Mari. Oh, the kind of Corian bar over there on the left side for Hepta. Kind of hanging that bar on the left side. To the double flip. Diving board situation. And Hepta gonna go up and get it, clean it up. There you go. 721 for Winter, 672 for Hepta. I wouldn't have to DoorDash for 2 weeks if I had those multi-systems for sale. Yeah, it's true. I'm going to keep 2 TVs for myself so that just in case I want to, in my home, play a competitive match or something. But other than that, I'm getting out of the live event stuff. I got too much stuff. And that's it. $748 Hepta, $843 Winter, and I got like 1 million capture cards, and like stupid little dingle dongs and dongles and hoo-has and hee-has and whatever. Projector screens. I got projector screen. I got a whole bunch of stuff. Too much. Tetris for Hepta, 796, 917 Winter. It's not a projector, it's a screen. I'm not giving away a projector. Tetris Hepta, 934, 991 Winter. And Hepta into 29, but kind of an awkward entry, so this is going to be tough, and I don't think that is going to be survivable. That's top out. Hepta. Winter is good. Game number 1. You didn't check the line count at all? Oh, rippers. Oh, and I've got like 1 billion classic ends and Tetris gym cards. Maybe, yeah. So I got a ton of stuff that I'm just not gonna need. Which version are the gym cards? I don't know. Are you coming to Austin to get them? 3B241C. I think they are 5.2, I think. Yeah, and a bunch of classic ends. Honestly, I'll probably keep controllers. I don't know. Anyway, Mari and Colin will have to chat about it. You have to fight. We need Mari and Colin to fight to see who gets all the stuff. All right, 3B241C. Okie dokie, Artichoke. Looks like it is time for game 2. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I'll just ask T-Storm to fill in for me, says Colin. He already slammed Mari into the concrete once before. Is that true? What is the story on that? What? Wow. I didn't know that T-Storm DDT'd Mari into the concrete. They were horsing around and T-Storm thought he could lift Mari. But what, apparently not. Oh my word, who knew? I mean, I guess a lot of people knew. I didn't know. It was at my event. I wasn't worried about people body slamming each other, okay? I was trying to, you know, run this event. Listen, Mari, the safety and security of the players was not my priority. I was trying to run a successful event. Tetris for Winter 158. 132 for Hepta. $5,000 difference between these two. Tetris for Winter. There's one Hepta. Mari says, I think my head nearly hit the wires we taped on the ground and my beanie straight up saved me, right? You know, beanies save lives, okay? Why do you think I wear a hat all the time? It's not just so I'm not reminded constantly that I'm bald. So just in case I fall on the ground. I'm a little, you know, that's why. CTM beanie coming to the shop. I think there is a CTM beanie. I think there is one. 281 for Winter. Tetris for Hepta 257. And then you never took the beanie off again. Yeah, I mean. Who could blame you? $332 Winter, $325 Hepta, still really close. All right, Hepta with a very solidly packed board, but gonna get a long bar down there for Tetris. All right, there's one. Set up again for almost two more. No, for two more. 397 Hepta, 405 Winter. There's a Tetris for Winter and one for Hepta. $5.26 Hepta into 19. Hepta long bar down. Tetris 552 and another one 577. Winter still one more Tetris available before 19, but it's just not coming. So it's just going to have to take a double. Finally getting long bars there. There's one for the Tetris 556. I think there's a merch command. I'm pretty sure there's a beanie in there with the logo. I'm just waiting for the cease and desist to come. We're using the word Tetris in it, but you know, it's all right. Get out what we can. Hepta 743, 641 Winter. One of my favorite loopholes in like the copyright trademark law is that, like, all right, obviously I couldn't make a video game called Tetris, you know, because it would be I would be able to be sued. But you could make Tetris and have some totally other business. So I think there's a lot of like moving companies called like Tetris movers. So maybe I should just say that we're a moving company who also happens to run an online video gaming tournament. 821 for Winter, 973 for Hepta. We're an online moving company. I mean, like, look, I'll put an example in the chat. Like, there's an example, and that's totally legal and fine. They're a moving company. They're not a video game company. A21 for Hepta, 900 for Winter. All right, Hepta into 29, A35, up a little bit high. Long bar goes in, Dirty Tetris, A72. All right, the long bar gets over. Oh, nice J. Oh, no, the hang of the bar, but possibly get one over. No, it's going to be a miss. Oh, that's going to be a top out for Hepta at A94. So Winter is in a chase down. Needs to get to A95. A95 is the target for Winter. Winter's got plenty of time. Sets for a Tetris and gets one. A46. Tetris is on 34. Are going to be worth, what are they? 35 times math. Let's see. All right. I don't know. 42. Yeah, 42,000. So really just less than a Tetris away. You does not need to get this by way of the Tetris. There's a double. And one more. One. There we go. It was at 1 point. 10 points behind. So Winter is good. We'll take game number 2. Winter was topping out. It's like, oh no. Did I get it? Nelstra says, starting to think Winter might be really good at this whole Tetris thing. Yeah, we're going to hire for my Tetris music company. Captain says, intentional top out too. Wow. Yeah, as well. Yeah, you saw that. 10 points. At one point, she was 10 points behind and made some miss drop. And I was like, oh no. Tragic. All right, pieces are here. E6, C3, 4F. Tetris Music Company, stacking flex style with archaic MIDI meme covers. Yeah, why couldn't you make a Tetris Music Company? Yeah, and I don't think that's the only Tetris moving company. I think there's like multiple Tetris moving companies. Like all different ones all across the United States. So could I just make a Super Mario Brothers movers? Is that just a thing? I could just make Super Mario Brothers moving company and like sell shirts and merch and stuff. Could I do that? All right, the pieces are here. They are E6, C3, 4F. Grand Theft Auto movers would be great. That's it. I'm getting out of the tournament business and I'm going into the moving business. Oh, we're being shown a thing. By the time I get to show the thing, it's gone. The real ultimate Tetris music company. It was a comic book. All right. All right, both players ready. Game number 3. Hepta has got to win. So stay in. Let's get him counted down. 3, 2, 1. Tetris Moving Company. All right, now I need to know. I know I'm supposed to be streaming CTM right now, but there must be someone who's done Super Mario plumbing, right? How could someone not have done that? Yeah, Super Mario Brothers plumbing. Oh wait, but I guess they made a thing in the game called Super Mario Brothers Plumbing. So maybe that makes it copyrightable. Oh, that is a top out for winter. 35,000. What was that? Yeah, and it wasn't a long bar. Maybe it was a timing problem, but that is a top out. So Hepta is good in game number 3. Wowies. Hepta, you are good. You think Mario and Luigi Plumbing Company? All right, new pieces AF3086. All right, game number 4. Three, two, one, Tetris. So, kind of a short game there, and game number 3. That will give Hepta a game and some life in this match. You can't expect to get too many gifts like that in CTM, though. $92,000 winter, 93 for Hepta. Tetris Hepta 209. There's a tuck for Hepta. Just going to spin an S in there. All right. Back to clean. Both players waiting. Both players getting long bars. All right, Hepta, and a little bit of a low dig. Winter clean, Tetrising 328 through 68. On pace maybe for a mid kind of 600K transition. Mid to high, something like that. Tetris Winter 374. Hepta up pretty high, but clean and open. Chunking it down with triples. Long bar goes in. Tetris Hepta. Oh, Winter going to cover that well with a little misdrop, but all right, just going to bring this down. All right, nice clear there. Winter now. Tetris 429, 379 Hepta. Prize pool at 164. If you do want to contribute, use that match Reno command in chat. That will bring up the link to this tournament and the other tournaments this month. Hepta with that extra spin of the J piece, maybe a count to 4 moment kind of to set up a too short Vits, or maybe it was just an extra flip of some sort. It looked like the Vits was intended, but it's all right. If you don't try, you won't learn. 507 for Hepta into 19. 510 for Winter. Still 2 more Tetrises available before 19. Tetris Hepta 555. It's what we call stupid vits in the Tetris business. Well, I wouldn't go that far, Darth Bunny. You wanna call people that? That's up to you. Your old pal Vandy would never do that. He would never charge you to enter a tournament, and he would never call you stupid. Tetris Hepta 637, 592 for Winter. So Hepta now in the lead in score, but of course ahead by 13, 15 lines, something like that. Listen, Darth Bunny, you can try to talk your way out of it as much as you want, but we were all here. Tetris Hepta 703, 675 for Winter. T-spin Winter. That's right. You are so hosed. You'll never live it down. $826 Hepta, 763 Winter. Hepta, again, with that lead, 60,000 up high, though. And yeah, that didn't burn away everything. So now we got kind of a high platform. That is a top out. 875 Hepta. Chase down Winter. Needs to get to 876. S spin. 876 is the target. 30,000 points away. Less than a Tetris away. And Winter just waiting on that bar. The bar comes and seals the victory. 3-1 for Winter. Winter will be heading to the round of 16 for the second month in a row. So some good progress for Winter, but it does not get any easier because Winter's round of 16 opponent is, I don't know, 7-time Masters event winner, 2-time world champion, Alex T. But no dynasty lasts forever. You got these kind of 4 people that are just ruling all classic Tetris competitions. Scooty and Dog and Alex T and I guess, I don't know, whoever, maybe just those 3 and then a couple other people kind of floating around in there. But they all come to an end. So who's to say that these individuals can't fall to someone else? I mean, for goodness gracious, Akatu knocked Alex T out of Mega Masters, so it can happen. And Winter's PB 2.13. You're not going to score much more than 2 million in a level 39 cap, so kind of evens the playing field a bit. It is kind of the big 3. And then you got sort of the so those are like S tier you know, whatever, and then kind of above A but below S would be like the Andes and the memes and the Sidnevs. You know, basically a threat every single month. But yeah, it seems to be like those big three. Well, that's going to do it, Winter. Congratulations to you. You will be moving on to that round of 16. GG's Hepta. Good games. Congrats on your round 1 win. Hope to see you again. And we're going to show you what this looks like. Yeah. Alex T and Winter, round of 16. This never gets easier. And let's take a look at the later rounds here. Top 16. This is what we got overall. Tetris time is in. Miles is in. Winter, Eyeball, they're in. Is anyone into the... That is December. That is not what we want to see. Let's... Oh my God. Blue Scooty already won. Ah, crap. Let's look at this month. There we go. Nobody's in the top 8. Yeah, so yeah, you're saying, oh, the big three are all on one side in that top 16. Yeah, true. Scooty, Alex T, Doug. So yeah, they will not be playing against each other in the finals at least, so we'll see who it's gonna be. We already ranked Fractal. Fractal's tough because Fractal's barely active enough to stay in the rankings, you know, the Premier Poll rankings. So as far as current players, I don't know. It's hard to make an argument that Fractal's a current player. Just not playing enough. But you know, if Fractal, you know, got going and started playing again, who knows? One of those two tiers, depends. It's hard to say. All right, well, that's going to do it for me right now. We got an hour until our next matches start. Those are going to be in the DAS Masters universe. Username Gold, Damon and Hana, and Sofa Storm and Cobra. That is what is happening later. I don't remember what order. Yeah, it's going to be orange first. So it's going to be Salted Sofa Storm, Cobra coming up. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's going to be red. Yeah, red is coming up in an hour. Gold, Damon, and Hana in 59 minutes. And then after that, it'll be Sofa Storm and Cobra. Okay, well, that's going to do it for me for now. We will see you all in a bit. Thanks to those of you who supported the stream. New followers, Centipede and Christian Romanovskis. Sub, Stanislav, Trebus, Queese, Invictus, Rage, Dancing Longbar, Mari, Watermelon Cowboy, Raid from Adam Irish. Thank you so very much. And yeah, thank you again. Watermelon Cowboy, 2 minutes ago. Appreciate that. Patrons, thank you. Scott Gray, Junior, Window K, Night Attacking, Middlesburger, Corporal, Shelby, Jr., Troy, Dan, Kim, and Rogue, Potato, Caca, Java, T, Jason, Sunny, everybody else, thank you. And that old prize pool, we are now up to 164.61, courtesy of Lori. Thank you, Lori. Okay, take care, YouTube. We'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye. Wait, hold on. Anyway, yes. See you, YouTube. Have a great time. And see you in a bit. Goodbye.